Hello there YouTube, Mar here, and welcome back to my next episode on the Welsknight Patreon server. I'm here in the Market District. I was just taking care of a few errands. I restocked my shulker boxes for the most part. I have more shulker shelves. I actually ran out of the chests themselves. But I filled it up most of the way, collected my proceeds and put it away. I have one other really quick and easy task that needs to be taken care of before heading back to my base, and that is going to be over in the mailroom, because we got those fines, you remember, in the last episode, so we need to take care of we have to take care of business first, and then we'll get back to the fun stuff. So I'll meet you over at the mailroom. And welcome back, everybody. We're over here at the mailroom, and I don't even actually know where I need to look. Let's take a look at the listing. We are looking for evil shoes. Evil shoes. Oh, here he is. Same level I am, just a little further down the row. It looks like he should be all the way at the end. So let's run over here real quick. I need to get, you know what? I actually have my banner. Let's grab my banner. Banner, put the shulker away, and put my banner on my chest. There we go. And I know I have mail, I'll pick it up later. So, evil shoes. 1 owner builder application, and 3 violation penalties. I don't know how many. I know I got a lot of warnings, and I think I got like a certificate of something or other, and I put the certificate of operation, I put that on my wall, so I don't remember exactly how many of those 7 pieces of paper that I received were actually penalties, so I just estimated 3, and there they are. And I renamed them. So yeah, that's the last quick task, so now back to the base, and I'll meet you when we get there. Alright, so I might have gotten a little carried away when I was finishing off the roof yesterday. I kind of went and finished the roof. We'll take a look at that in a moment. But then I did work on the back portion here. It occurred to me that these sections here are black concrete powder in the final design. And obviously I can't put up the black concrete powder, or it's just going to fall right down into the water and turn into actual concrete. So I was like, well, in that case, I already had one of these arcs set up, and I had the little crossbeam here, and I had the pathways over here. I was like, the only thing that's really left are the 2 towers and just general decoration, you know, like lighting, like the carpets there, the traditional, I don't know if we can see any from here, but, you know, the little bush thingies and fire for lighting, like decorative lighting and all that stuff. Like, literally, it was mostly done already anyway. It was just detailing the portions that we'd already built up, because these are really tall, you know. This is the only side I've actually done so far, 100%. And even it's not particularly, I mean, it's not hugely designed or detailed out yet. This is one of the more plain sides. I mean, there's going to be vines eventually, and that's going to be a big part of it. But yeah, I've got that going with all the support beams. If I come over here, that marks the edge of my base. I've gotten the beams here. I haven't actually detailed out with the bush thingies and whatnot. And here, I haven't done anything at all, really. I'd only just started on the bottom part there when I had to log off for the evening. So, I mean, there's nothing particularly fantastic about what we're doing here on the sides. It's basically the same sort of things we've been doing already. I can't put any windows in because what purpose this basically serves is to protect the redstone that is going to go with the Great Hall. So we can't put windows in because nobody wants to be able to see the redstone from the outside. So I have to think of ways to kind of decorate it without the use of windows. So the pillars, these bush thingies. I think there's like 1 or 2 of these in there. I might add more later. just to break up the monotony a little bit. But there's not a whole lot going on down here. And then up here, we've got the towers. I couldn't remember how I did the stairs, and my pictures weren't really helping me very much, so right now I've just got like a hole in the roof. These are going to be spiral stairs. There's one over there, there's one here. There's not a whole lot to see, really. They don't really serve a purpose. I just, you know, I had to put something down, so I was like, you know what? Put 2 towers in the corners, and that should work fine. And then we got the arches here. I still have these stairs up just to help me get from one, well, they were to help me get up from one side to the other because I didn't have the walkway over there yet. I guess I'll go ahead and take that down. It's not really needed anymore. But now that we've done this, all I have to do is finish detailing it, and I'm just going to do that real quick off camera because it's, like I've been saying, it's nothing particularly interesting. It's nothing you haven't seen before. And I'll show you up here real quick. What we did with the roof. So this is basically the roof design. We left off with the roof like right here, and the sides weren't finished either. So I just added in a little bit of decorative, like the bush there and the bush there and whatnot. A little bit of windows action. The little miniature rooftops here for teensy little well, that's not really a balcony. It's just like a window that juts out a little bit. What are those called? Dormer? No, they're not really dormers. I don't know. Something like that, though. And then a little balcony right here that currently goes nowhere. So that's basically what we did with the roof. And then on the top, I put some buttons on the slabs that were spawnable. And then we've got these towers up here with the fire on top to keep them spawn-proof. So I just put buttons up here. I mean, from a decorative perspective, I really like the effect of buttons. It's not overpowering, in my opinion, because, you know, we kind of go every other, and some of these are stairs anyway, so you can't spawn on stairs. But yeah, I really like the effect of the buttons. I think they really help out. I'm really glad that they prevent mob spawning. So this is basically just the roof. It's nothing too, you know, ridiculously complicated. It's just your general, like, Welsknight style roof here and gentle slope and whatnot. So that's pretty much what we've got going on here. We've got another balcony here. Like, well, not really. Like, balconies I think of usually, like, jut out. I don't know what you would call this. It's kind of like a balcony. It just doesn't come out from the building at any. But yeah, we've got this going on, and we've got a very empty interior. But at least we have a firm concrete interior now, which is more than we've had before. So this is going to be pretty exciting, I think, to work on and fill. So let me go ahead and finish detailing these 2 sides of the Great Hall, and then I'm going to have to go take a whole ton of pictures for my creative testing world, because right now I don't have any of the interiors. In fact, I think the only pictures I have left are of the Great Hall, because I gradually delete them after I've used them up and everything, because there's no point in having a bajillion pictures on my tablet. So let me finish that off, let me take some pictures, and then I'm going to take a look around and try and figure out what we should start with next, and I'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. I have been busy. I have done some work on my base. In addition to what I talked about before, I did finish out the walls at the back end of the base, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, I was going to, did all that stuff. I did take bunches of pictures. My tablet is actually charging right now, so I'll have to open it up here in a moment so that I can see my pictures. But I have done some work that I didn't necessarily say I was going to do last time, in the last clip. And I don't know if you'll be able to notice it, but I have widened the carpet section here and shifted this down a block. And it's perfectly centered. And the door here is different, and there's a reason for this. I basically turned the door from a 2-wide door into a 3-wide, which is why I have these trapdoors around the rim now. Just to, you know, make sure it's mob-proof and all that fun stuff. The windows I had to shift down a bit. This used to be the chiseled all the way down. I couldn't really keep it that way, so I replaced it with the window here. And there's a reason for this. It was needed. Not so much for this room, but for my plans, for what I want to do in the version of this room that's way down there. Cats, you're so noisy. They're all grouped up in this corner. Apparently, I didn't have anything on me at the time, but a phantom came along and killed me. I had been messing around with my camera account. But anyway, it's a little different in here. It's quite a bit different. This is mostly a side effect of what I wanted to do at the other end, but because I want to keep a very mirror image, I did it over here as well. Basically, the original wall here was right here on this line here, and then this row here was completely empty all the way down. This wall here, and we can't really get an angle on it from here, but this wall here is this wall here. So it has to be here. I couldn't come any further this way. So I basically just shifted everything down by a little bit, and there is a reason for that. The end result being that, you know, I had to move my storage around a bit, and I moved my crafting stuff here. Used to be right at the end, of course. I also realized I had my lighting set to bright. I must have set it at that quite a while ago, probably, and totally forgot that I had done that. So I've set it back down to moody, which is like the default, I guess. It's a lot darker. Like this feels really dark to me. But hopefully it isn't too dark, because I know YouTube makes things dark too. So I don't know, maybe I'll set it back to bright later on. Now, what I wanted to do before, there is a reason. I tried to fit into the room over here a super smelter. And the length is perfectly fine, but the width was like 1 block too narrow. So I was like, well, I can either put it somewhere else, or I suppose I could dig a hole underground to put it in. But I was like, no, but I really like the idea of putting it in here. It feels like the perfect space to put a two-sided super smelter. Think, you know, Welsknight's traditional one that he made, you know, in Kingdoms and all that stuff. I know he did the ginormous one in Hermitcraft recently, but I'm just talking a really basic. It's almost long enough to do a 16 long one, but it's just barely too short. But I can fit an 8 long one in here perfectly fine if I have the room wider. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kick this wall back, make it a little longer, and then build a super smelter in here. Before we get to that, though, I did add a couple other things to the base down in the basement area. And then I built a very, very basic sugarcane farm. I was like, well, I have gunpowder. I'm going to need paper, too. So I threw this in. It's a little laggy because my mom farm's over there, you remember? And I do have maintenance access on both sides. Door here and this door here. Mob farm, stop lagging. I would not say that this is particularly efficient. I don't think I'm getting any losses that I notice. Like, every time I come down here, I never see sugarcane just sitting on the sand. But I also don't seem to be getting a whole lot in here. This is after quite a bit of AFKing upstairs. And I believe sugarcane can grow in any light level, so it can't be that. But I just know that the manual farm I have over at the community farms gets you like 3.5 stacks with every harvest. And I know in my single player world that I had a similar manual farm, and I was just getting sugarcane with ears. Because, you know, if you're at your area, your base really often, and you are really stick with that manual harvest, you can, in the amount of space all this redstone takes up, you can get a lot more sugarcane than this. So I don't know, it just depends on how frequently you want to babysit your sugarcane. But I figure I'll just go with the automatic one and just see how it goes. Because you know, you can get a lot of rockets with a stack of paper. So hopefully this will be enough to keep up with my needs. So let's come over here, and we will widen up this room. Alright, let's get the ender chest, and we're going to have to fix this as well, so maybe right here. Get a crafting table. Shouldn't need the bed, because most of this is going to be inside anyway. Get both of those. So let's put out the fire. Just tear these down. And kind of the nice thing is I'll be far enough away from my beacon that it's not going to make me accidentally break things that I don't want to be breaking. There we go. I like being able to catch the pumpkin. Don't want to lose it down there. Let's see. This is going to come right here, I guess. Oh, bye, slab. Oops. No, I want the carpet. I'm gonna need more black carpet. I don't think I only have 5 pieces left. I have some actual wool, but I don't want to use up too much of this because there might be places where I need an actual wool block. So that's good. I think I wanted to move this little thing right there. That's pretty good. That needs to go there. Yeah, that's centered. Well, I do still have my stairs. So just place those around the iron bars. And the slabby jabbies. I actually need that to come over. And back here, you. Am I missing a slab? Oh, that's right. It fell down in the water. Guess I'll go save it. Ow! Oh, there it is. See if I can get out. Woo! Gotta thread the needle. There we go. Alright, so that's... Oh, I'm gonna also need that. There. Alright, so the outside's fixed. Well, I mean, it wasn't like it was broken, but... Now I need to take down this. And above me right there, I'm hoping they fix this, because I personally consider it to be a bug. But those are waterlogged stairs up there, which is why you can see it. Which is also why it's important to cover it up. Let's see. This door needs to be in line right here. Oh, aren't you an unpleasant little hole? Let's see. Get more stairs. Slabs. Chiseled. Okay, so centered on this right here. This needs to be a solid column of stone. And that window. Did I lose stuff down there? Well, I hope not. Yes, and then that becomes a doorway. Like that. Which means we can take our iron bars and get rid of that. Need more. Do that to them. Okay. This becomes... Really? I was standing right here to catch it too. This becomes a window. And this window needs to scoot over. Just a smidge. Like that. Alright. That looks good. Alright, now I believe it's right here and right here. Oh, yeah, I think I just tore those down. I probably could have left them there. Oh well. Okay, and then pillars. And actually, I'm going to skip the pillars for now because this room is going to be a little different because it is going to have the super smelter in here. Those pillars, I'm sure I will have pillars, but I don't think they're going to be able to go right there. So let's cover up that unsightly water mess. Now I have to get rid of this. Ideally without losing anything over the side. That'd be really nice. Okay, so this room is now complete for the renovation project. Now, the super smelter. Let me take a look and see what I can come up with. I'm very uncertain with my redstoning, so I'd prefer not to do too much of it on screen. So let me get a start here. See if I can't figure out one side, and then maybe if I figure out the one side, we can build the other side together, or maybe not, depending on how horribly I do. So, I'll be back. Alrighty, well, this was a lot more simple than I thought it was going to be. I have pretty much put in the structure on both sides completely. I went with a mixture of polished andesite and the normal stone brickness that we have going on here. I kind of wanted there to be like a service access, but there's just not going to be enough room. And actually I will need to, like if I ever had to do anything, I'd have to break through this wall. But hopefully it won't come to that. I do have a torch back there. This is pretty much what the redstone looks like. It did occur to me though, I might want to get a torch underneath. Let's see if I can't get down there. Do I have any torches on me? Yes. It's a little bit of a trick getting down here. So just kinda, is there anything on that? I don't think so. I think I can break that. Okay. Oh, there we go. Let's see. I just kinda, oh come on, I almost had it. You have to kinda, get your light to activate and let me in there. Come on. There we go. And we're in. It's a bit of a hassle. Then we can put down some torches and be perfectly safe. And if we go into F5, I'm basically standing inside of here. My head's in the hoppers. But from the normal view, it looks like you're, you know, right on level with it. And then you just have to kind of bounce through the corner there. And then we can just put these back. Alright, now let's do torches up front here so that I don't have to hassle with that later. Something like that. I do have the redstone circuitry already in place, and this activates both sides at once, even though we clearly only have the one side even in place right now. So let's go ahead and get that in place. This is going to completely use up the rest of my hoppers. So I need to just barely hit the hitbox of those two chests, and then bring the hoppers into each other on both sides, like that. What this is going to do is it's going to take any finished product out of the furnace into these hoppers, and then these hoppers are going to feed it down into this chest here on both sides. Then we need to have hoppers facing into the backs of the furnace. What this will do is supply the fuel to go in there for whatever, you know, you're cooking at the time. So you could use, you know, the kelp blocks, coal. I did have to tear down the ceiling up here, which isn't a big deal because it's not like it's going to be visible anyway. But I realized that having these slabs, and especially these blocks here, make it so that you can't actually climb up here to do any of the redstone circuitry or place any of the rails. So that's not a big deal. Like I said, it's not like anybody's going to be back here but me, so it's all going to be covered up. A whole bunch of those probably just fell into the hoppers, but that's okay. I do want it to be closed off, though. No. Did I not? Well, rats. Now I'm going to have to get back up there, because I need some solid blocks, just so I can close off the ceiling at that level. And over here as well. More block lag, yay! So the problem with having a very shadowy place, the block lag can get kind of unreal. There we go. And I don't really care about the pumpkins being visible. And I'm like, hey, free lighting. I'm all for it. Okay. so let's see how many of these were fed. Actually, that would only do it from the top, because slabs and blocks are not valid fuel sources, so they'll just sit here in the hoppers. If they'd fallen in the top, they, for whatever reason, I mean, I don't think you can cook slabs last time I checked, but I'm pretty sure they would put them in there anyway. Okay, so we have 8 more hoppers, and these ones have to go down into the furnaces, like that. And now we need to, let's see, I'm gonna have to put some levers. Might as well do one of them right now. Let's see, was it 1 extra block? 1 extra block, and then, you know what? I don't think anything can spawn back here. I'm gonna put torch anyway. So 1 extra block, and then a block to prevent it from proceeding. Basically falling off the track. We wouldn't want that. And then we need a lever here that's in the on position. Oops, not my bow. Put a torch. And then we're gonna have to put another one in the on position. I think it was right here on the other side. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is it? Is that what I have over here? Yes. Okay. So that means I should be able to close that off. I don't think I'm going to need back in there. I had a torch, right? Yes. Okay. I don't think I'm going to need back in there. Do I have enough powered rails? Yeah, I should. And I also need a couple regular rails. So we want a powered rail here and here, and then a normal rail. Let's bring this over. What did we have going on here? 4 and then in, so 3, 4, and then in like that. So regular rail, powered rail, regular rail. It needs to go. Powered, regular, wait a second, does that go up immediately? Yes, it does. So I need to put in my block then first. So right there, I think. So powered, and then we need to take this all the way down here. And then this has to go all the way down as well. And I might have to play around with getting them to not do that. I don't want them to do that. So, can you please not? Come on, I got it to work on the other side. I guess what I can do, I think this is what I had to do on the other side as well, is bring, what did I just, I feel like I broke something that I didn't mean to. That, and break it, replace it with a block there. So this lever here powers this line, and the lever on the underside, I think it's on the other, right down here, is powering this row. And it won't power it forever, but it powers it over until here, and then it loses its juice, I guess, which means I need more. And it looks like we just have the 2. So 1 here in the on position, 1 here in the on position, and I did test this. This does not block a minecart from passing through here. Every time you hit a normal one, it loses its juice. So this one keeps these powered on the top and bottom, then it loses its power. And this one turns the power back on, and then it loses power right here. And this is deliberate so that it's not on constantly. Because what we have on... Oh, Jiminy Crickets. How am I going to get over there? Because we're basically done back here. Let's put some more torches. I just want to be doubly sure that nothing is going to be spawning back here. Because that'd be kind of catastrophic, you know? So, how do we get over there? Because I don't think I can, because this is a solid block, I don't think it's going to let me in. Tell you what, we'll bust our way through. There we go. Alright, so I can put that there. And this here controls these powered rails. This is basically the on-off switch. So what I need is a cart and another cart. And off they go. The ones on the bottom provide fuel to the middle row of hoppers. The ones on top provide the resource to be smelted in the top hoppers, and then the lower hoppers put everything in here. And hopefully there are no blocks in the system that are going to clog it up, but I think I got them all. So we can turn that off, and next time they come over, they come to a stop. And that is basically the super smelter that is now completely done. I want more lighting in here for sure. Let's maybe try that and that. I'm probably going to do some carpeting, although I don't have a whole lot of it left. They're jack-o'-lanterns. Maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe here. And then that would be in line with the second furnace right here. And then I'll just break these and run them all the way, like that. And that should have us pretty well lit up in here. Oh yeah, that's really good. And over here as well. Alright, and so that's basically it. I can see back there, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. I don't want to fill it up with a whole bunch of blocks. I'm not too wild about being able to see that torch there, but I think that's okay. So my thought process is to kind of, I want to get an iron farm underway, because I would like to have enough iron for a full iron beacon. I'd kind of like to have a gold beacon, an iron beacon, an emerald beacon, a diamond beacon someday. So I want to have a nice steady source of iron, especially with all those hoppers we just had to make. Because I'll put that back, and that back as well. So I want to get underway with the iron farm. So that will probably be what we work on next. Like I said, I do have a bunch of pictures on the interiors though, so we can maybe go back and forth a little bit. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll get some footage of the end hub, although maybe not, because the end is kind of icky for recording anyway. But I hope you enjoyed seeing how we did on the outside and everything, and building my first ever super smelter. This is pretty interesting for me anyway, figuring it out, and I'm really happy to have it now. I'll probably go tear down all of the furnaces in my other room, for that matter. I mean, because I'm not really going to need them anymore, right? What do I need them for now? Although I should probably bring my fuel over and just put a box like right here with all the fuel in it. That'd probably make the most sense. Or maybe I'll tuck it in the back over here. That might work as well. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's a little different from what we've been doing recently. A bit more on the technical side, which is weird to say because I am not a technical Minecrafter at all. But hopefully you'll learn something, and you know, maybe this will help you build one in your own worlds, if you haven't already. But for now, I think we're gonna have to call it, because I'm pretty sure this video is really long. So leave your comments down below, you know the drill, all the fun stuff, and I will see you next time. Bye!